Hey everyone, welcome back to Catching Up with the Walkers. Thank you so much for joining us. Finally getting to use Cassie's new cup.
Yeah. It says United States Capitol, Washington, D.C. It's a cool little pottery cup.
Yeah.
Clay. Whatever I'm trying to say.
Dishwasher safe, microwave safe. And I've got Mount Rushmore. So we're going right along here. We're collecting all of our cups from our 50 states in 5 years.
Well, we're not getting a cup from every state.
No, we're not trying.
Yeah, just when something catches our eye, because we don't need. We already have probably 50 coffee cups, and we don't need 50 more.
Yeah, we're good on that, but we do get the ones that are memorable. And if you just saw the thumbnail, I assume you clicked on this video. Cassie got a really, really nice turkey.
Yeah, so I guess, well, last year, Ranger and Gary went and hunted, and then I went hunting once, and we didn't have any luck. But I guess a year or two before that was when my dad really started seeing turkeys out at his place. In this area of northeast Oklahoma, it's rare to have turkeys on your property, wild turkeys. But 5, 6, 8 years ago, people started letting them loose, trying to repopulate them. Well, Dad knew somebody in his area had let some loose, and then when he started seeing them, he didn't really tell anybody, say anything, because he wanted to make sure that they were protected and populated. Well, the last couple of years, he's been seeing a lot more, and then this year, in particular, he's been seeing a ton. So we've been trying to hunt them. You guys know that I always have something going on with Bo over at Moorhead Homestead. Used to be deer, but he kept beating me.
But last year, Cassie killed a massive deer.
That's what I'm getting to.
Oh.
So I decided, hey, let's do a turkey, not deer. Well, then I killed the buck of a lifetime, and we didn't have a bet going for a cheeseburger. So he, the day before me, or 2 days before me, kills the turkey of a lifetime. He killed one with 6 beards, which is very rare. It was big. I'm pretty sure my body of mine was bigger and prettier. But you measure by the beard, and its main beard was just a little bit, half an inch longer than mine. Yeah,
the beard of the
mine
turkey...
was 9 3/4 inch, and his
just
was...
under 10 inches, yeah.
And his was 10.5 inches, or 10...
Yeah.
And a quarter... No, 10 and... I don't know. Anyway, put all of his beards together, and it's like 40 inches. But then his spurs were bigger than mine.
Half, yeah.
Mine were like a half an inch or 3/4 of an inch. We don't really even know how to measure, so we possibly did it all wrong. But the thing is I was able to go out with my dad and harvest a turkey. It was a lot of fun. My sister was taking pictures and stuff. So it was on Easter. It was memorable, and the memories is what's important. I'll buy a cheeseburger if I have to. But it's just funny that I got the buck of a lifetime a couple months ago. He gets the turkey of a lifetime. So. And
we really don't know where Bo got this turkey at. It could have been a high-fenced turkey refuge that he snuck into. We don't know exactly.
He's already saying that his is wild and mine's farm raised.
I don't think so.
Because my dad, when he goes out to feeding the cows and stuff, that's when he sees them. So Bo's like, they're getting extra food. So anyway, we just like to bug each other and talk. But it was my first turkey. It was pretty cool. I like to hunt anything. It's having the time to do it. But we have until like May 18th, 19th, somewhere in there. So I'd like to get the boys out there, see if they could get them one. We currently have the breast and the smoker. Man, they're huge.
Okay, let's stop right now. We'll show you guys exactly what we're talking about. Take a minute, show you them going into the smoker right now. There is the 2 turkey breasts right here, tenderloins. So that's what we're smoking today. I'm gonna do 225 for 4 to 5 hours, or until we hit the correct temperature. So we're gonna put these in just like that. I'm gonna try to put these kind of in the middle. Those are some massive turkey breasts. See how this goes. So as we speak, the turkey is on the Traeger at 225, 230 degrees, right along in there. And we researched 4 to 5 hours is what's supposed to cook. I'm going to put a thermometer in it because that's the best thing, is pull it off when the temperature's done. That way it doesn't get overcooked.
Yeah, so my dad killed a turkey out there 3-4 years ago. I don't know, time flies. And I asked Bo then what to do, and he's like, just get the breast out. He's like, everything else is very tough. And they're such big birds, it takes forever like to hand pluck and skin them and stuff. So we ate the breast then, and they were so good. So some people might say, well, why would you even take a wild turkey? It will feed your family. Like, there's a lot of meat there. My dad's
probably 6 pounds of meat, 5 to 6 pounds of meat, counting the 2 breasts and the tenderloins. Yeah,
my dad's excited to come over and try it this evening. So feeding our family, God provides things in nature for us to have, aside from having a shotgun and some shells that we have anyway. It was free meat. I had to YouTube how to get the breast out. I didn't video that or anything, but Ransom helped me do that. It was fairly easy. We enjoyed the process together, making memories. So hopefully if we can go out, maybe take one more. We don't want to overtake them because we want them to continue to populate out there. But feed the family, memories, and teaching the kids how to provide their own meat.
But it's also in Oklahoma, they have the rules set up. You can't take any hens. The only thing you can take is a tom and or
one each.
One each tom or
one tom.
Oh, okay, one.
Well, they say bearded because there's toms and jakes. Yeah, that just is a difference.
But you can take a jake.
Yeah, anything
or
bearded.
Tom. Any male basically you can take. But the whole point for us is we never saw turkeys when we were growing up because they weren't in existence for wild turkeys in Oklahoma in our area. The predators were too much, or they just had been wiped out. So now that we actually have them, we want to respect the amount that we take every year. Probably like I said, 1 or 2 toms a year off of that land where Cassie's dad sees 10 to 15 turkeys sometimes, groups of turkeys. So there's a good population going. Another important thing is hogs, controlling the wild hog population, and coyotes. So wild hogs and coyotes are both huge predators of wild turkeys, especially the eggs. The wild hogs will go into a nest, destroy the turkey nest, take all the eggs, and there's the future of the turkeys. Yeah,
so I took the turkey to the local taxidermy guy, and he's working on that. My first turkey and memories with my dad, we're going to get the fan, the wings, the beard, and the legs and spurs. I guess you call it mounted.
We'll show you guys, we'll throw it up right now, an image of what it will look like whenever it's finished.
Yeah.
So that will be really cool to have, though, as memories that Cassie had with her dad, getting to hunt together and take her first tom.
Randy's.
So all of the turkey hunting actually happened after a huge rainstorm that came through.
Yeah.
So we have had crazy amounts of rain over this Easter weekend, which is great. We needed it. The land needed it. The ponds needed it. Even if it doesn't hold water, I'm still glad I got it. But the amount of rain that we had is very beneficial because we'll be baling hay soon. The cows need grass to eat. But the rain let up just in time for Cassie to go out and go get a turkey.
Yeah, we almost didn't think the kids were going to get to go out and hunt Easter eggs because we had a big thunderstorm come through, but it all cleared up in time. They all wore the muck boots and went out and had a good time and made memories with their cousins.
So the rest of the Easter was pretty normal. Had dinner with family, and kids love Easter baskets. At what age? All right, this has been a hot topic. I think I saw over at Bar 7, they were whining. Kylie, it's Kylie, whining about not getting an Easter basket because she's 21 years old. Cassie, did you get an Easter basket this year?
Nope, my mom gave all the grandkids one. Even Gregory, who's 20, but not me.
Does that mean she doesn't love you anymore?
Well, he's a grandkid.
Oh,
But
no.
for us, we don't really do we don't do the Easter bunny at our house. But you guys know we have David the shepherd who comes at Christmas time. He also comes back and makes an appearance at Easter, and the kids just get some goodies. They know the true reason why we celebrate, but it's still fun for them to color eggs and hide them and hunt them and have all that, those fun memories. But so David brought them some Easter baskets with tiny bit of candy and chocolate.
Like one box.
Yeah, and then just the boys got some bicycle stuff. Mazzy got some jewelry making stuff. So nothing huge around here, but just fun and memories, and it's what we do.
So we still want the kids to enjoy being a kid. Sometimes we get an abundance of people that tell us how sacrilegious it is to hunt Easter eggs or this or that. But guess what? We do what we do because that's what we choose to do, and that's what we're going to keep doing. And the reason that we do it is because kids are kids. We had fun doing it as kids. We want to create memories and have memories.
We seem to turn out okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's
I
questionable.
feel like you can go overboard this direction and you can go overboard this direction. And so we try to go somewhere in the middle and have a good, healthy balance of fun and reality.
But Easter, and we celebrate the resurrection of Jesus, and that is what we celebrate. But along with that, you can do some fun activities too, as long as our children know the real meaning. But they don't know the meaning one day a year. It's not only Easter, it's not only Christmas that we think about Jesus being born on Christmas Day or Jesus rising from the dead on Easter. 365 days a year, we try to intertwine the Bible, stories from the Bible, what happened, the whole faith that we have that we stand upon into our lives. So it's way less important to think about not doing something correctly one day a year, but it's more important to think about doing things correctly every day out of the year. Yeah. So that's our goal. But hopefully you don't let all of the nonsense get in the way, people distract you. You do still remember the main reason that we celebrate Easter. And we do.
Yep.
And we have hope because of our Lord and Savior that rose from the dead to have everlasting life. Mm-hmm. And I'm thankful for that right now because tomorrow is my grandpa's funeral. It's kind of strange. It seems like they do this longer than they used to. Like it's an entire week now. Used to, it seemed like it was within 2 to 3 days when they would have
4
a funeral.
or 5 days max. But the funeral home waited almost a week and a half. But
about 8 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the reason being Easter, Good Friday, schedules, there was reasons for it.
Yeah.
But apparently that's what they can do now. But either way, just an update on that. I know a lot of you have reached out and told us you're praying for our family, and I want to say thank you on behalf of our family for the prayers. We knew, though, that this day was coming. I don't know, that doesn't necessarily make it easier.
Yeah.
But when you know that somebody was suffering and you know that they are leaving this earth to be with our Lord, then you know that it's more comforting, I should say.
Yeah.
So we are comforted to know where he's at.
It makes a sad situation just a little bit happier.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rejoicing.
It does. Whenever you really think about forever versus how much time you spend on this earth, forever is a long time. So we're thankful that we have...
I'd rather not stay here forever.
We're thankful that we have forever to spend an eternity with my grandpa. And we'll see him again someday. So that's what we're thankful for. So we'll be doing that in the next few days. Garden. So if you guys saw our last Walker Farm Fan video, you saw Ransom ride a sheep.
Yeah.
And be very successful. He got first place.
Yeah.
He was really excited about that.
I'm sure he's been talking all about it at school today.
Oh yeah, I forgot he hadn't been in school yet. So
yeah,
he'll be making sure his classmates know about mutton busting.
Hopefully he doesn't talk too much about it, how he beat his friend who's also in his class.
Yeah, no, they both did really well.
Friendly competition. They were both proud and excited for each other. So
yes, and we planted corn in the garden. So we have 5 rows of corn planted. I looked for some tomatoes today at Harp's on the way home. They didn't have anything I was interested in. They were pretty much picked over. So I'm going to head over to L&S Greenhouse. It's the Amish greenhouse over at Shodo this week, and see what kind of varieties of tomatoes they have. We only plant 10 to 12 tomato plants.
Yeah.
And so I don't take the time to plant our plants from seeds. I know some of you are going to just think I'm the worst person in the world because of that, but I don't. It's much easier for me to drive over there, pick out the varieties I want, and usually I only want to plant 1 or 2 of each variety. And so it's kind of, if you buy an entire pack of the seeds, you have a whole lot of seeds.
Well, there's no reason for us to plant 50 tomato plants that we don't need, not going to use, can't manage. So it's makes more sense for our family to go get exactly what we need and put them in the ground.
Yeah, so that's what we'll be doing this week. Hopefully getting some tomato plants in if the garden dries out, because we're expecting some more rain.
It's crazy.
We've had about 3 inches over the weekend, and there's another, who knows, 2 to 3 days of rain coming. But like I said earlier, never going to turn down a good rain.
We'll be complaining about the dryness in a couple of months, so
need it when we can get it. So as far as prayer requests go, we already mentioned thank you for all of the prayers, and we'll continue to need those as we have the funeral this week. But Cassie, I know we've been praying for Izzy.
Yeah, over at Grounds Family Farm, Izzy had a procedure on her ear. So 1, we're grateful that it went well, but 2, be praying that she heals. She can't get her head wet for like, I don't know, 8 weeks or something. Maybe not that long, but it was a long time. So, kids love taking baths and showers, so they'll have to be strategic on that. You got summer coming up, which they had it now, so that hopefully by the time swimming season really gets here, she's good to go. But just be praying for her. She's not allowed to run, which is hard for a kid until so long. So just be praying for her that her ear would heal up nicely and she'd be back to normal as soon as she can. All
right. Well, before we end the video, we want to show you guys how did the turkey breast come out. So we're going to do a little taste test. I don't know if I'll be at violin lessons. I got to take Mazzy, or you. One of us has to take Mazzy to violin lessons, so it might just be one of us. But let's take a look at how the wild turkey tastes. You think it's going to be good?
Oh yeah.
All right. Let's see. So I'm about to leave for the day and go pick up Mazzy and take her to her violin lessons. The reason I'm doing that is because the feed store I use is in the same town that her violin lessons are in. Therefore, I'm gonna go get feed. And before I leave though, I wanted to check on the turkey breast, and I think it's done. So I put a probe in the deepest part, the thickest part of the breast, and it is at 171 degrees. We wanted it to get to 165, but I've been putting a little bit of moisture, a little orange juice, Worcestershire, and something else. I can't remember what all's in here, but I've been putting that on here to kind of keep it from drying out. But I think it's done. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut this off. And let's see, I think you hold in one, yeah, shutdown cycle's 15 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down, and I'm gonna put it in the oven for Cassie, let it rest for a little bit, and let her get into it when she gets home. So anytime you smoke meat, if you can pull it off the heat and let it rest for about an hour, it lets the juices return throughout and go back throughout the meat. So it really turns out to be a better thing than if you just pull it off and eat it directly. So that's good timing, because in about an hour, 15 minutes, Cassie's gonna be home. But I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of the moisture on here just to keep the outside from drying out, but the inside, those juices should still be good. So our temperature's good. Let's see how it tastes. Let's see what Cassie thinks right now.
I'm not sure what Gary showed before he left, but I assume he showed you this amazingness. So this is the tenderloins right here. Then we got 2 big breasts. Let's try it out and see how it is. It smells so good. All right, Ransom's about to go outside with Ranger and play some baseball, but that's the tenderloin. Honest opinion.
It's good.
You do like it? I told you you would. It's really good, isn't it? You want more or go play first?
A little more.
Here's another piece of tenderloin. All right, I'm going to try some of the turkey breast. That was really good. Actually, more tender than I thought it would be. That was good. So Ransom sat at the bar and said, I want to try the breast. You said it's not as good as the tenderloin? Well, I need to try the tenderloin then because I like the breast.
That tenderloin, I love it so much.
Well, I just made it home from Mazzie's game, and I finally got to try the turkey, and it was awesome. So it turned out with a really good seasoning, a little bit of spice, but not too much. Some of the kids liked it. Mazzie wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole, but that's just Mazzie. So as always, we want to thank you guys for taking time out of your day to catch up with us. We hope you have a great day, and God bless.